Hello, this is Smarter Prepping with Uncle Mark, and I'm Uncle Mark. Now, I'm going to start with a short geography lesson here, okay? It's a globe I bought for about $50 on the internet. Here's China, 1,400,000,000 people. Their population is actually going down a little bit. They got their fertility rate down a little bit below replacement, actually going down. Japan's going down quite a bit from 128 million to 123 million. But China, 1,400,000,000 people, but slowly going down. India, 1,400,000,000 people and going up. Look, this land area is about similar to the lower 48 U.S. states. This is a much smaller land area, and yet that's 1,400,000,000 and going up. Currently, more people in India than China right now. Anyway, now, to the left there's Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, and over here is of course, Ukraine. Ukraine is like Kansas. Ukraine, they grow a lot of wheat. It's a great spot for wheat. And here in Kansas, we grow a lot of wheat. And of course, there's Russia fighting Ukraine currently in the news. Big deal. Okay, now, reason I brought this up, I just met a young man from Bhutan. Bhutan. This camera doesn't focus in very well, but India, Nepal, Bhutan. So Bhutan. So it's a small country between China and India. And look, it's weird. India is here and goes here. That's all India. Okay. And this is Bangladesh. Okay. Then Myanmar. It used to be called something different. But anyway, this thing about being an old man. This used to be called the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. No. Anyway. So, met a young man from Bhutan. See, he wasn't born and raised U.S., born and raised in Bhutan. He's a truck driver. Anyway, he's a truck driver, and his truck, it didn't really break down. It wasn't like a major thing, but he, my tool's out there. He had a mud flap that was falling off. The mud flap's falling off. Uh-oh, what are you going to do? This was a block away from my home. Okay, so he's delivering to Dollar General. Big rig semi. Young man from Bhutan. He's I looked at the nuts and bolts of his mud flap, and the nuts and bolts, it looked like they were somewhere around ½ inch or 9/16, or maybe metric, right? I don't have so many metric wrenches, but I figured, well, I'll grab this. I took all this stuff was in this tool bag, took all that stuff out of the tool bag, and I threw in the tool bag. I figured I know at least if I could get a wrench or a socket on one side and put the pliers on the other side. I threw pliers in there. I threw in this because it looked like it might be a 1/2 or 9/16. I threw that in there. I threw some wrenches in case the other wrenches would help us. And I put in this ratchet. I just now put on this 1/2 inch because it turned out that's what he needed. But I threw the ratchet in there, and I threw all these sockets in there. These are metric. These are metric sockets. I didn't know if it was inch, regular SAE inches or metric. I threw this in there. That's the regular. Turned out all I needed was that ½ inch socket off there, and like I say, that wrench over there. I also threw these in case that would help. Whatever. So I'm just letting you know. At one time I showed. So that's my mess. So I'm showing you my mess. Those are my shirts. These are my shirts. My nephew Nick Herbert. In the whole Herbert family, there's only 2 Herberts left: Mark Herbert and Nick Herbert. These are old shirts that he didn't want no more. He gave me his old shirts before he moved to the Netherlands. So Nick, have you seen this? Yeah, see how many nice shirts. Okay, and then and this is my this is my toolkit that has quite a few odds and ends, pliers and things, and it has mostly 1/4 inch drive. So I opened that up. I thought, well, I need 3/8 drive. So I look down here, and there's my 3/8 drive kit. See, there's all kind of odds and ends, hammers and wrenches down that bottom one. There's hammers and wrenches in the bottom part of the toolbox, and then this tray here has. That's where I got these sockets from. See, this has some loose sockets and extensions and ratchets with 3/8 drive. That's actually a ½ inch drive, yeah. I have a few half-inch drive sockets too. Anyway, so I'll let you know that we got it done. When I got there to see him, he had pliers. All he had was two of them pliers. So he was struggling. So it felt good to go help the guy out in the cold, cold, cold weather. Helped out the young man from Bataan. It felt good to help him out. Okay? And I thought, well, when I get back, I'm going to show everybody. Sort of like I'm bragging, like pat myself on the back. Well, I'll help the truck driver, but it's not a big deal. You know, just showing you how I had to grab a few tools. It was kind of a big part of my day. Super cold out there. I'm feeling kind of worn out. And I did all that. You know, just seemed like his bud flap falling down. He apparently didn't have a nice set of tools on his truck with him. Big rig semi, bud flap. And he was asking, "Do you got at least a screwdriver? You got something to help me out?" I said, "Let me go get some of my tools." When I got back to him, he was working it with two pliers. He had two of this type of pliers. Okay? Channel lock or slip joint pliers, whatever you call them. He had two of these trying to do. He'd got them all loose. There was like 4 nuts and bolts he got loose. He got 4 of them loosened up using just pliers. Then you push it up, and I actually laid down on the pavement to hold it up. That's a lot easier than trying to do it with your foot. So I held it up real nice while he used, like I say, that ratchet, this wrench and the ratchet to go ahead and tighten it all up. That's all it took was that wrench and ratchet. Keep forgetting to aim my camera at what I'm looking at. Okay, so I'll go over to the mirror. I love to go to the mirror so you see how good I look. I'm tempted to go back and look at the bathroom of the last video I showed. I cleaned the bathroom with a crowbar. Oh my gosh. And I showed you the one about the cart over there. Oh, I just got done putting away some clean laundry. I always like to show Tanya's sign. Welcome to our happy home. Okay. So I guess I'll give it up here. Planning to do another video about some food in a little bit here, maybe. But anyway, like I always say, sweet Tanya, she liked to say, not see you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile, but she liked to say later, tater. So here we go. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Later, tater.